For Wall Street Media, this is Elisa, and I'm here with Doug, and we'll help you make money in the stock market with information you can't find anywhere else.
Both barrels this time. We have two CEOs from Vegas.
Right. Got two coming from the B. Riley & Co. corporate conference. We've got Ted Simpson, President and CEO of Ditech Networks, ticker DITC, talks about the announcement a few days ago of the integration of BRICS Networks voice over IP service, which is offering assurance with Ditech's EXI voice quality measurement technology.
So the first item I talked about was taking our measurement technology and trying to get that widely distributed so that, once you measure something, you'll fix or you'll optimize it. If you're not measuring it, you won't worry as much about it. And so we have a big push around taking our quality measurement and deploying it widely. And we're doing that by partnering up and licensing that technology to other parties. P3 is a company you may not have heard about. What they do is they drive around wireless networks in Europe, and then they sell data and publish data back to large operators on how good their network is. So we're working with them on not only measuring their RF statistics, but also measuring the voice quality so that they can report that back into operators and or publish it in the media. BRICS Networks is one of the largest test and measurement companies within the voice over IP space. And so they have what they call test and measurement probes that are monitoring the voice over IP networks to see how well they are behaving. And so we just announced a couple days ago that they are going to deploy our EXI technology in all those probes as well. And so what that means is when you're looking at a dashboard for how well your network is performing, you'll also see EXI statistics telling you how good your voice quality is as well. And this will be important for voice over IP providers because today, sometimes they're not sure whether you're calling to complain because of a network issue or because you bought a really cheap phone and plugged it into, an adapter in your house, and it's really that adapter that's causing your problems and causing voice quality problems. So we're well underway in doing the voice quality measurement, making it a new key performance indicator for networks. We have these big joint marketing surveys going along with carriers to establish our other metrics. So all of this stuff is well underway. And as I already mentioned, we are looking at taking our voice quality asset itself and applying that within other infrastructure components in order to start to build partners there and extend our total addressable market.
Smart guy, right? Because he talks about we're going to show these customers how to measure things, but then once they measure it, if they see that it's not perfect, then they also see that they need their services and help.
Well, it's so great. Todd's awesome. He's got his products, or he's got his service over in Europe where he's doing the test measurement probes of the IP service over there.
Well, that's what I saw. What's he say? He says customers call in and complain, and they don't know if it's like the IP network is actually not doing very well, giving you low bandwidth, or you bought a cheap phone.
Exactly. That's fantastic.
Pretty good, right?
Fantastic. All right, we've also got Sean O'Connor, the CEO of Pharsight, ticker PHST, and he discussed the software products that explore the different levels of efficient drug development.
Now into our two sides of our business with a little bit more detail. First, our software products. I mentioned a set of desktop analysis tools and a set of enterprise applications. These are the two groupings of our products. On the left-hand side here, the desktop products, the Win-Non-Win tool is the gold standard in the industry for performing PK/PD analysis. What is that? In layman's terms, that is when a drug is introduced into the body, how much of that drug is actually absorbed into the system and how long does it stay in the system, or what's its disposition curve over time. Number of analyses that circle around this basic analysis. What's the difference when you've got a full stomach versus an empty stomach in terms of the profile of that drug? The Win-Non-Win tool, first introduced back in the late 1970s, is the gold standard for doing this analysis. We have 1,200 customers and 6,000 seats of this application out there. Represents about a 90-95% market share in terms of the scientists that use a tool for performing this type of work effort. Win-Non-Mix is a sister product to Win-Non-Win with different types of statistical algorithms for differing types of population and characteristics in terms of information. And finally, the trial simulator is a product for which the output of Win-Non-Len and Win-Non-Mix is input into the trial simulator. And the trial simulator takes a number of other inputs, patient profiles, the protocol, the proposed protocol for a clinical trial, and the application can perform a predictive run of that clinical trial, a model, a simulation of that clinical trial with predictive outputs, allowing the scientist to say, is this the end result I'm looking for the clinical trial? If it is, great. If it isn't, what can I do on an iterative basis in terms of tweaking the protocol to obtain some desired result? That desired result may be better information about the differentiation between 20 milligrams and 10 milligrams as a dosage. It could be scientific in its basis, or it could be cost in its perspective. The fact that the protocol asks for a blood test every day over the course of 6 months really doesn't give us any better statistical information than a blood test every week over 6 months, and yet that is a tremendous cost efficiency by reducing that line item of the protocol. So the trial simulator allows the scientist who is drafting or proposing the protocol to run through an iterative process looking for scientific or efficiency gains in terms of the design of that clinical trial.
Super cool stuff. Hot off the presses, man. This is from today in Vegas.
It was awesome. And if you'd like to see the full webcast, you can catch it online at wsw.com/webcast/BRileyCo9. And if you are buying these stocks, any of their other stocks,
right. Competitors, the same thing. Listen, the strength and the power of this is we're sharing and we give you highlights, but we need you to share your insights, right? We do 20,000 a year and we pick out the good ones that we're interested in for you, right? But I'd like to have you click the feedback button. We've been getting some great ones because I don't know, obviously, about everyone in detail. So if you own these guys or you own their competitors, please click the feedback button and tell us your thoughts about them, why you like them, why you own them, what you think, the competitors, the market, whatever.
Exactly. So keep sending it in. We're here every day at Wall Street Media. You can find us directly at wsnco.com. Thanks for joining us.